for myself, one of the biggest challenges has been language. The person that I'm currently dating has a very heavy accent. He's from Latin America, and there are so many times where he'll say something and I misunderstand him, or I'm always saying, what did you say? And he says it back to me. Can
That's
either
so
of you
true.
relate?
I find that happens a lot as well. And my accent is, I'm from India, and my accent is also different. And my husband's from Iran, and he's got a different accent as well, and that happens a lot. So I can totally relate with that with Amy.
True, I can totally, yes, that's true. It's just, the way you talk and, the items that you use in America, that's really different. And yeah, so.
And what about jokes and things like that? I know sometimes I'm always explaining, okay, let me explain why that was funny and everyone laughed, but you didn't, or we'll see a movie.
Yeah.
Doesn't understand
And
it.
you're like, that's not funny. Oh, yes. Yeah, cruelty, that's not funny.
So your husband is American, right?
He is American, I am Peruvian, and
So do you find it easy to understand, like, the jokes here, or is it that he finds it more difficult to get your jokes from your country?
yeah, because sometimes the jokes from my country are kind of cruel to make us laugh, and he's like, that's rude. We're like, oh, that's funny. And I know I kind of learned to, understand better jokes here, but yeah, that's...
Isn't it true, like in Latin America, my boyfriend, they joke about being heavyweight or being too skinny, but in America, that's very politically correct. We don't talk about someone's weight. Is that what your point is?
Yes, that's right.
My husband's Swedish, and and I'm American, and sometimes we have difficulties understanding each other, but in general, our cultures are fairly similar, so it's not too bad. Do you really think that there's a huge difference in terms of the challenges that we have in a multi-ethnic or multicultural relationship?
Or is it just guys?
Or is it just the fact that they're guys and, we're
See,
girls?
I think it's just guys. And, I talk to a lot of friends. I mean, there are some issues like we talk about with the family, food for me. Some of those are a little added difficulties. But other than that, I think it's mostly just guys. And understanding men and the whole communication and things
Language,
like that.
I would have to say for myself, that is an extra layer that does make it just a little bit more challenging because I've never had you can have miscommunication where, I thought you said that we were meeting at 6 o'clock. No, I said this. But we have almost a little more. We just have to really clarify.
So I understand, even I date guys from my own culture, and sometimes I didn't understand,
What they were saying.
we were talking
Yeah.
the same language, but we weren't thinking the same, so.
Yeah.
That's true. That's kind of what I think. I think, my husband and I, we don't have a lot of language issues because his English is so good. My Swedish is bad. But and just in dating guys from my own culture, dating Americans, I think, you're right, that you still have the language barrier. There are definitely maybe a few added issues, but in general it seems to be quite the same.